last month when we talked to Doug, or actually earlier this month, he was asked players that came back in great shape, and you were the first guy that he mentioned. Was there anything you did this off season differently in terms of getting yourself in the right physical shape?
No, not necessarily. Just fueled by obviously a Super Bowl, and just trying to do everything to set myself up and help this team get another one.
Mike Rowe also mentioned today how I think he said in practice recently you said how great it is to be here and have a full off season with the team. What kind of benefit will that have for you?
I think it would be very beneficial. I mean, last year it was kind of like just thrown in the fire, learn it on the fly, and I did a good job of picking up the playbook. But obviously getting a full year to get a grasp of like the different nuances, why certain things go in the playbook. Obviously learning more plays than I even was able to run last year. So definitely just a year, working with Deuce as well. Just because I learned so much in that small time from him, and it should be a great year.
Even by the end of last year, were there things in this offense that you still recognized you needed to learn a little bit better?
I mean, yeah, there were certain plays that, obviously I didn't really, I had never ran them before. So it was kind of like, I didn't run those plays, but now it's like the full menu's open, I would say. And, yeah, now I can get a grasp of every play and, what makes them go. And it's basically like starting from square one because we do installs and everything. So I can just learn from the jump like all the rest of the guys.
Jay, from last year, if you kind of can just put in perspective, you leave a tough situation in Miami, come here in the middle of the season, not carrying the ball as much as a top guy. You always want the ball. Just what you were able to accomplish managing all that and then the team winning the Super Bowl. What, if you put it all in perspective, what was it like?
Yeah, I mean, to just the whole roller coaster of last year, to have it finished with a Super Bowl, that's the dream, to be a champion. So to add that to my legacy, obviously, is special. And then, just being able to come in to this team and just do my part, that was, a special thing as well. I learned a lot during that time. And now it's a new year, another fresh start to do something special again.
I'm sure you don't need extra motivation, but this is a contract year for you. I mean, is that in the back of your mind at all?
I mean, obviously, you kind of understand, what the stakes are going into this season. I'm not going to let it, affect the way I carry out my business. But, obviously, I understand that, yeah, that is something that will come to a crossroads at some point, whether it's during the season or at the end of the year. So for me, it's just about doing whatever I can to just be the best player, be the best running back in the NFL, and that just starts right now, putting the work and time in so that this season will be a great one for me.
Is it difficult at all to not know what your future holds right now?
No, it's not difficult, because at the end of the day, it'll sort itself out, so I can only control what I can control, and that's, my play and my attitude coming in every day and just getting ready for a great year.
Do you expect any change in your role this year as far as, maybe carrying the ball a little bit more, being used in the pass game a little bit more?
Yeah, I'm excited. Obviously, things have gotten a little bit shaken up in our room, and I'm excited to get into that lead role. Do what's needed of me, and just go ball. I think it was kind of a year and a half removed from being the guy. So, I'm excited to kind of get back in that role and showcase again, to the world what I can do.
What does that mean to you to be the lead guy? How would you define that?
I just think for me personally, it's just being a guy that's counted on and that it goes through the room, the RB room, and when the play's needed, that's the guy you call on. And obviously we have a lot of talented guys in our room, very versatile, and so it's just about breeding that competition and me doing my part and being a leader and taking the field and making those big runs and big plays for this offense when my number's called.
We've seen over the years some running backs are better the more carries they get, some aren't. Why are you one of those guys that the more touches you get, the better you get?
I would like to consider myself a workhorse running back, a grinder. I believe it's tough for defense to go against me for 4 quarters of just getting me running at him, attacking, pounding. So, for me personally, I feel like that second half, even starting the game off strong, but that second half is really where, I can see the defense wearing down, and that's when I can make a lot of my big runs and just, take advantage of guys, carrying down from tackles and kind of being tired and exhausted and just being that dog that never lets up.
Did you make it a priority?
How different was this offseason for you as a Super Bowl champion? How different was it for you as opposed to previous offseasons?
Just shorter. Obviously you get less of a break. But that's the fun of it, to be able to go through that long journey, get a Super Bowl. So for me, really, it was just about, taking that little time off, getting back to work, just getting ready to go get another one. We're excited. We have a lot of great pieces, a lot of the same nucleus that's still here. So it should be a great year for us again. We have high goals to get back in that game and
Did you
bring it
change
home.
Did you change your body at all? Did you look to try to gain weight, lose body fat, any of that?
Personally, I just, try to stay in great shape. I do a good job in maintaining, my body weight. I've tried to start eating better. That's one thing I'll say. Trying to eat better. Doing a lot more in the weight room because I'm feeling good and just, being able to be strong and get myself for another big season.
Was staying in shape easier because the offseason was so short?
I think it's just the amount of stuff that you put in, how much work you do. I made an effort to, bring my trainer out to Philly and, have him work me out, keep me going during the time. Even when we was, traveling and enjoying like the little world tour I was on and everything, I still made sure that, I was getting some work in and getting myself ready for this spring because, this is a big year for me. And a big year for this team.
What's the atmosphere like around here? I mean, it's only OTAs and people are already trash talking, competing. What's it like?
Yeah, it's a competitive environment. We're trying to sharpen each other out here on this practice field and get ready to do something special. Not many teams can say they've done it back to back. That's something we have our eyes set on is getting another one, bringing another one back to Philly. And so that starts now. The energy that we come out there with, the competitive spirit. I think that, our defense have been doing a good job right now. As offense, we've been trying to, draw and keep the trash talk going and, just keep each other sharp. That's the main thing. Get ready for, this break coming up, training camp, and then another great year.